More on this now from Tara Kangarlou. She joins us from London. She's an American-Iranian journalist and author. Tara, thanks for joining us on the program. You know, this year's anniversary comes amid unprecedented tensions between Tehran and Washington. How is all this playing into the relations between the countries, playing into the celebrations that we're seeing today across Iran?
Thank you for having me. I think it's important to note that these celebrations, in particular marking of the anniversary of the revolutions, have always been a theatrical stage for the government to show credibility and legitimacy both domestically but also to the international community. But this year, more than ever, that credibility is gone. The government does not have legitimacy for its own people. I think for the last 41 years, it didn't have legitimacy for the United States, but for the past couple of years, the people are more than ever being disillusioned. So this show of credibility is 100% failing domestically and, of course, internationally.
Right. Do you think that, how are the Iranian people feeling today? Because there has been a lot of public anger in Iran recently, especially with the Iranian forces accidentally shooting down a Ukrainian jetliner. Do you think that anger is coming through, or the Iranian government is allowing that to come through amid all this pomp and circumstance?
Unfortunately, the Iranian people are now hopeless. More than being angry, they're hopeless. They don't see any change coming from their own government, and also they don't believe in foreign intervention and any change coming to better their life from the United States in this case. And I've spoken to many Iranians on the ground, interviewed Iranians in the last couple of weeks, and they tell me that they are stuck between two bad forces. So that's their inherent belief. Now, we need to understand, the international community has to understand that the people we see on the street today supporting the regime, supporting the government, are the 10% apparatus that are die-hard revolutionaries. And out of the country of 80 million, 90% are against the government. So the people we see on the streets are not ordinary Iranians, regular Iranians who are truly disillusioned with the regime. And we're really seeing a show put by the government.
Right, yeah, you've said that, that these celebrations are just a show of legitimacy. We heard President Rouhani addressing rallies in Tehran earlier today. Do you think that he's not speaking to the Iranian people, but rather speaking to the rest of the world when he delivers these speeches?
I listened to his speech earlier this morning. What he did actually, in ways, he spoke to the Iranian people because they are now, like you said, angry, hopeless, disillusioned, and the government knows that. In a week's time, we are going to have the parliamentarian elections, the election of the members, and many of them have boycotted this election, them being the members of the parliament themselves, but also the people. Iranian people have said that we're not going to the polls, we are not going to cast our vote, and that's a big deal. And in this speech today, the president really wanted to unite Iranians and invite them to come and vote. But for ordinary Iranians, they know that their vote does not matter. It would not lead to any change, and for that matter, they are showing that rage and anger by boycotting the upcoming parliamentarian elections.
Okay, we're going to leave it there. Tara Kangarlou joining us from London. Thank you.